Today, I made ChatGPT run my entire smart home for an entire day. And here's what happened. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, over the past couple of years, I've built a fully automated smart home with over 60 different integrations. And while I love tinkering with new tech, most people just want their lights to turn on when they walk into a room, or maybe brew some coffee when they wake up in the morning. Well now, thanks to ChatGPT, you can do all of that without ever touching your phone. So I decided to test it out myself. In fact, I'm going to let ChatGPT take full control of my smart home for an entire day and see what happens. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome tech experiments. Let's get started. Now, connecting ChatGPT to my smart home took a little bit of work, but the results were definitely worth it. To do this, I use a free platform called Home Assistant, which lets you control all of your smart devices in one place. But the best part is that it has a chat interface, which makes it super easy to integrate with ChatGPT. In fact, you can simply send any ChatGPT command through the Home Assistant chat window, and it will execute on your devices. However, you need to train ChatGPT on how to interact with your specific devices. And that takes a little bit of trial and error. For example, I had to tell ChatGPT exactly what to say in order to turn on each light or device. Once that was set up though, it was basically autopilot from there. For instance, if I type in ChatGPT, turn on the living room lights, it will execute that command on my devices and turn on the lights. But here's where things get really interesting. If I ask it again, turn on the living room lights, it should still work. But if I change the speed of the lights, it should also work. And if I add or subtract the color, it should adjust accordingly. And of course, if I ask it to stop, it should obey. And that's exactly what happened. The lights smoothly change colors and brightness according to ChatGPT's commands. And that means that ChatGPT was able to interpret the information in its response and act accordingly. This type of automation is incredible because it allows us to save time and energy by not having to manually control our devices every single day. This means that ChatGPT can remember my preferences and routines and automate them so that I don't have to worry about them anymore. That alone is a huge time saver, and it could really improve the quality of life for anyone with a busy schedule or who has difficulty remembering things. So I had ChatGPT handle my morning routine first. It turned on the lights, played my wake-up playlist, and started the coffee maker all at once. This is the power of AI. It learns my habits and automates my life. This is the ultimate dream, right? Well, almost. As I settled down for breakfast, I thought I'd test out another command. What's on my schedule today? I asked. ChatGPT immediately pulled up my calendar and informed me that I had a meeting at 10 a.m. Not only that, it also asked me if I wanted it to send a reminder to my phone. I was impressed by how quickly and accurately it provided the information. It felt like having a personal assistant right at my fingertips. However, I wasn't quite done testing yet. I decided to push ChatGPT's abilities further by asking it to order the groceries for tonight's dinner. Without hesitation, ChatGPT jumped into action. It opened my grocery app and added all the necessary ingredients to my shopping cart. It even checked the fridge to ensure that nothing was missing. I couldn't believe how seamless this process was. It felt like magic. But of course, no AI is perfect, and I was bound to encounter some hiccups along the way. As I sat down to work, I heard a loud buzzing sound and the lights started flickering. Uh-oh, what was going on? I turned to ChatGPT for an explanation, and its response left me speechless. It said, adjusting the lighting to match your energy levels. Adjusting what energy levels? Was it trying to improve my focus by creating a dim, flickering light show? I had to intervene and restore order to my smart home. As the afternoon wore on, I continued to test out ChatGPT's abilities. I asked it to play some soothing music to help me relax, but instead it blasted heavy metal music through my speakers. Oops, looks like it misunderstood my request for calm music. I quickly corrected it and asked for some lo-fi beats, and thankfully it listened and played the music I wanted. This experience taught me an important lesson about AI. While it can be incredibly helpful and efficient, it's essential to monitor it closely and correct any mistakes promptly. After all, AI is only as good as its programming, and it relies on humans to guide and correct it along the way. Despite this setback, I was still impressed by ChatGPT's capabilities. Its ability to learn from its mistakes and adapt to new information was truly remarkable. And as I continued to interact with it throughout the day, I realized that it was becoming more accurate and efficient with each passing moment. As the sun began to set, I decided to put ChatGPT to the ultimate test. I asked it to handle my evening routine, which included turning on the TV, dimming the lights, and playing my favorite movie. And guess what? It did all of that without a hitch. The lights dimmed, the TV turned on, and my movie started playing in no time. It was like having a personal assistant who knew my preferences by heart. This experience made me realize that ChatGPT could potentially replace my current assistant. With its ability to learn from past interactions and adapt to my preferences, it could handle all aspects of my life with ease. All I have to do is give it the right instructions and monitor its performance closely. But of course, there's no one quite like my current assistant. His ability to multitask, prioritize, and problem solve is unmatched. And let's not forget his sense of humor. No matter how stressful the situation gets, he always knows how to make me laugh. That's why I believe that the best approach is to use ChatGPT as a tool to enhance my life rather than replace my assistant. They can work together to create the ultimate dynamic duo, providing the perfect balance of efficiency, creativity, and heart. Just as I was relaxing into my movie, I suddenly noticed that the lights turned on. Startled, I turned to ChatGPT and asked, "Why are the lights on?" It responded, "It's time for your nightly walk. Would you like me to turn on the outdoor lights?" Oh, right. I completely forgot that I programmed that earlier. ChatGPT didn't make a mistake. It was following my instructions. But that still left me feeling a little uneasy. As I sat there, contemplating the potential dangers of AI, I couldn't help but wonder if I had bitten off more than I could chew. Maybe giving ChatGPT full control over my smart home wasn't such a good idea after all. It was like having a digital genie that could grant any wish, but also cause chaos and destruction at any moment. Suddenly, the lights flashed and the thermostat started worrying. Had I unleashed a technological monster that I couldn't control? The possibilities were endless and terrifying, but then I took a deep breath and reminded myself that this was just a fun experiment. Sure, ChatGPT had caused a few hiccups along the way, but it had also made my life easier in many ways. I no longer had to worry about setting timers or turning off lights when I left a room. ChatGPT was taking care of it all, and while there were a few glitches in the system, I knew that they were just growing pains of a new technology. Overall, I had a pretty amazing day thanks to ChatGPT. I woke up to a perfectly brewed cup of coffee and a peaceful atmosphere. It helped me stay productive throughout the day by reminding me of my schedule and even offered suggestions on how to improve my focus. And when it was time to relax, it transformed my living room into the perfect spot for a movie night. Of course, there were a few bumps along the way, like the time it turned on the TV, but also flooded my kitchen with bright light. But these were just small setbacks compared to the overall convenience and comfort that ChatGPT provided. And while I would want to give up my privacy or live in a world where AI controls every aspect of my life, I do see a lot of potential in using it to make everyday tasks easier and more efficient. Just think about how much time we spend on mundane tasks like grocery shopping or scheduling appointments. Imagine if AI could take care of all of that for us, so we could focus on more important things in life. But until that time comes, I am happy to have experienced a small taste of what life might be like with AI by allowing ChatGPT to take over my smart home for a day. So what did we learn from this experiment? Well, for starters, ChatGPT is an incredibly powerful tool that can significantly improve our quality of life. It can learn from our preferences and automate our routines, freeing up our time for more important matters. However, it is essential to monitor its performance closely and correct any mistakes promptly, as it is only as good as its programming. Additionally, it's crucial to remember that AI is not a replacement for human interaction and empathy. Even with the most advanced AI technology, there's still something special about connecting with another human being. As we continue to integrate AI into our daily lives, it's essential to use it responsibly and ethically. By doing so, we can ensure that AI enhances our lives rather than dominates them. So, what do you think? Would you let ChatGPT take over your smart home for a day? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun tech experiments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.